It's 32 p.m. and I would like to call the Board of Education meeting to order. Madam Secretary, would you please call the row?
Mrs. Costick. Mr. Ivory. Mrs. McConnell.
Here.
Mrs. Rose.
Present.
Mrs. Ross. Mrs. Wilson.
Present.
President Wilson.
Present.
We have 7 present.
Thank you. Would everyone stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to announcements, we will start with Dr. Ivory.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Wraparound Center Community Support. The Wraparound Center is a hub to support for everyone in need. Our mission is to surround all Peoria families with care, resources, hope, no matter what the challenge they may be facing. Here's a couple of upcoming resources and event for the Wraparound Center. A bi-weekly drive-up food pantry that'll be held on Thursday. Next dates will be June the 25th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The second there will be also a diaper giveaway for parents and caregivers on Wednesday, June the 25th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Wraparound Center is located at the Trobe Street side of Trewin School, 1419 South Folker Avenue.
Good evening. In observance of Independence Day, Peoria Public School offices will be closed on Friday, July 3rd. We wish our families, students, staff, and community a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. Offices will reopen during regular business hours on Monday.
Thank you. Peoria Public Schools educators, get ready. Applications for the PPS Foundation and CFCI classroom grants opens on July 1st on the foundation website. Their website can be found at ppsfoundation.org. These grants provide funding for innovative projects, classroom resources, and unique learning opportunities that help bring creative ideas to life and enhance student success. Don't miss this opportunity to turn your vision into reality. Start planning now and apply beginning July 1st. Dr. McConnell?
Good evening, everyone. Your mental health and well-being matter. Peoria Public Schools continues to work with Cartwheel to offer virtual therapy sessions for students throughout the summer months. If you are interested, simply visit psd150.org/cartwheel to learn more and get started. Thank you.
Backpack Peoria. Get ready for the new school year with Backpack Peoria 2026, hosted by the Dream Center Peoria. This community event provides backpacks, school supplies, and back-to-school resources to help our students start the year strong. Be sure to save the date, Saturday, July 25th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Good evening. 29th Annual PPS Foundation Golf Outing. A huge thank you to the golfers and sponsors who supported the 29th Annual PPS Foundation Golf Outing today. Last year, the event raised over $80,000. To support classroom grants, career exploration programs, student scholarships, and much, much more. Thank you very much again.
Good afternoon. 30 minutes a day. Beneath the sun's warm golden rays, adventure waits in wondrous ways. A book becomes a magic door to lands unseen and tales galore. Just 30 minutes, grab a spot, a shady tree, a cozy cot. Discover heroes' dreams take flight. Bright worlds unfold in morning light. So young and curious, take heed. Each summer day, make time to read. The stories bloom, your mind will grow in summer's endless, vibrant glow. Thank you.
Thank you. I would also like to just give a shout out to our students over at Keller Primary for the board over here, and then Harold B. Dawson had got creative with the board over here to my left. So shout out to the students for that. Moving along in our agenda, we have item number 5, awards and recognition. Dr. Karat.
Thank you, President Wilson. Good evening, everyone. As we know, once a month we do have a category, and it's called Recognition of School Attendance Excellence. And so, students, we've been saying this for a number of years right now. Student attendance is one of the strongest predictors of academic success. Every day a student is in school, it's another opportunity for them to learn and grow and build relationships. And so tonight, I would like to recognize 3 schools, 3 principals whose leadership, staff, students, and families have demonstrated an exceptional commitment to improving attendance and reducing chronic absenteeism. For this year, Peoria Public Schools, actually every year, we have a goal of 95%, which is a very ambitious goal. We have a number of schools that are actually they're in the 90s or they're very close to it. So a special recognition, I saw Miss Smothers, a special recognition goes out to Von Steuben Middle School, which has earned this recognition multiple times in both categories, actually, not only in improving attendance, but reducing chronic absenteeism. So Miss Smothers and your team, please come up. Your continued success reflects a culture of high expectations, strong family engagement, and unwavering commitment to your students. And I can speak from receiving evidence from your families. I've gotten, over time, several emails from parents just saying how much you've cared for their children and you've gone above and beyond, and they've sent me little notes thanking you and how now their kids love school. So I wanted to thank you for that as well. And since you're here, and this will be my last meeting, I wanted to give you your flowers as well, because I gave you a tough assignment 2 years ago. I know it was tough. There were a lot of tears. Dr. Coleman and I supported you 100% because we believe in you. You're so very talented, and it's so nice. You've gotten your sweet spot, and you're doing a great job at Von Steuben, so I'm very proud of you. So let's give Ms. Smothers a round of applause, please. The good work, and then feel free to share with us, and we'll just do both categories because you're under both categories. And I'll tell you, everyone, Von Steuben increased their attendance for May, and this is most improved attendance for the month of May, by 7% compared to last year. So that is amazing. And then for chronic absenteeism, listen to this, they have reduced, which is reducing that is it's a good direction to go, by 13 points. That's amazing as well. So that's, unbelievable. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kroc. Good evening, everyone. I'm humbled to be here. I appreciate your time and your support. It's made all the difference in the world. I think that I would say that I give the credit to our students, our staff, our families, to the implementation of the Ron Clark House system. It's not just the system itself, but it's the commitment and the energy that people put into it. And honestly, our staff was amazing all the way until the end. Their attendance was great, their energy was great. And I was really pleased that kids were complaining that we had so many fun activities the last 2 days of school, because we had to keep them coming. That absenteeism especially is the number you have to watch until the last minute on the last day. So we had those lists going around. But to say that everybody is on board is true. So I appreciate it with the Regional Office of Education support, Dr. Simpson and Ms. Samphilip and Dr. Coleman, Dr. Crott. We really had a great year, and I appreciate it. So we won't talk about an 8-peat celebration, because I don't know how we could outdo that, but it's been an honor and a blessing, so thank you.
Good job. For coming on your day off, right? You're on vacation, are you? Yeah, this is pretty impressive. Thank you. And do we have a representative from Harold B. Dawson? Is Ms. Jones here, Kim Jones? So Harold B. Dawson, they've improved as well, their attendance for May compared to last year by 2.6%. So Ms. Mary Newman Evans, we're proud of you. Keep plugging away with your team, and you're heading in the right direction. And Dr. Brown, Amanda Brown, are you here, Amanda? And they're on vacation as well. So congratulations to Franklin. She's a principal at Franklin Primary School for making significant gains, again, in both areas, overall attendance and reducing chronic absenteeism. This achievement demonstrates the power, again, of teamwork and persistence in supporting families and staff, and that's what they do at Franklin. And Dr. Brown and her team, they went down in terms of chronic absenteeism by 12 points, which is pretty impressive. So Mark Bills also went down, chronic absenteeism. Do you have any representation from there? I know they're traveling, and I'm encouraging them to take a break because they've worked so hard all year. Mr. Hesh and his team, chronic absenteeism, they're in that category. They went down by almost 13 points, which is very significant. So let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you, President Wilson. This concludes this category.
Thank you, Dr. Karat. Moving along, we have item number 6, community contribution. Dr. Devin Hawks, Principal, Manual High School.
And I don't think Dr. Hawks is here, but okay, we'll call Ms. Ford up. That's great. So, yes. As I said, they're on vacation, so thank you, Ms. Ford, for pinch hitting.
You're welcome. Thank you to Ward Chapel. It's always an honor for you to help Manual. You're always there for us. And we have some new teachers coming in that can use this donation for supplies and resources, and we're really grateful. It's always an honor to accept something from Ward Chapel, and I'd like to make a suggestion to Ward Chapel. You need to adopt Manual so that we can have a plaque on the wall that says, Ward Chapel, adopt Manual.
That's a good idea.
I would love to see that.
Let's work with Cindy Morris, the foundation, Ms. Ford. I can give you her contact information. They can make that happen for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Major Mosley, thank you for being here. What are you donating to Manuals?
On behalf of Ward Chapel and Ambassador Burns of Ward Chapel, he wrote a letter. I'd like to read that, and just our feelings toward education. To the teachers of Peoria Manual High School, in gratitude for the work that you do for our children, Ward Chapel AME Church has created a teacher support fund to enable teachers to be as creative as possible. Christian education with the AME Church has a rich history. Ward Chapel understands that belief, and we want to support the roots of education, the teachers. We believe teachers need to be unshackled to educate our children. That can only happen through community support for our teachers. Someone said, by any means necessary. Our means is by contributing $2,200 to Manual High School from our teacher fund. We admire and appreciate what you, the teachers at Manual High School, do. May God bless you and keep you, Pastor Cyrus J. Burns and Ward Chapel AME Church.
Thank you.
And there's the check.
Hey, Marge, can we get some pictures, please? Thank you.
They want my picture. That's here.
This is the second 2,200, and they have given us one, so it's 4,200.
Awesome. Up next, we have item number 7. Or do we do? Can we do
Until
the budget
7.
here?
Yeah,
Right at
begin until
7.
7,
Okay.
yep.
So next we'll have item number 8, district presentations. Dr. Ike.
Thank you, President Wilson. Before I begin, I wonder if any of the retirees are here present here today? 1, 2, okay. Can you come up and join
Yeah,
me, please?
just, that's awesome.
Retirees, please come and join me.
And Doc, have them introduce themselves as well.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds
So good to see everybody.
good. Yes, so thank you for,
Because Bishop, I haven't seen you in a year. You look great.
yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. As they're making their way to the podium, President Wilson, members of the board, Superintendent Karat. Today is a very important day in Peoria Public Schools. It is a day that the administration has set aside to honor employees who have given of their time in service to students and families and sacrificed so many things, including personal convenience and family time, to work for Peoria Public Schools. They've now come before you to announce the end of their work, and they deserve to be celebrated by you and the community. The administration believes it is fitting for that recognition to be done in the presence of the Board of Education, the district community, and the listening public. So on behalf of the administration, Dr. Karat, I'm honored to recognize the 2025-26 retirees. Now, because the year just ended, and Dr. Karat alluded to it earlier, many people are away on vacations and much needed rest. So only a few are here today, and we thank them for making time to be here. So this occasion is a bittersweet occasion. The bitter part of it is knowing that your wealth of knowledge, your experience and service will no longer be counted on going forward. But the sweet part of it is knowing that you have completed your work in the district and therefore deserve your rest and relaxation. A little bit of fun facts for you, for those that are here today. There's a total of 73 retirees going out the door. That's a lot.
Yes.
Now, of the 73, 41 are certified employees. And the number of years of experience for those 41 certified employees is 671 years of experience walking out the door. 671. For the non-certified retirees, there's 32 of them. And the number of years of experience, 736.5 years of service.
Yeah.
For a total combined years of service of 1,407.5 years of service. That's a lot. A round of applause for them, please. Finally, I know that the spotlight is on you tonight as the guests of honor, but equally deserving of acknowledgement are the people in your lives that have supported you all these years, family members. So did you bring any family members with you today that will stand? No? Okay. Yeah. So thank you for allowing us to use their time and their service in Peoria Public Schools.
Doc, can we have them introduce themselves and maybe what they did?
And this is
As a-
exactly the point
Okay.
that we'll have other.
Thank
So
you.
one at a time, to say your name and your title.
Department.
And department
Yeah.
and years of service. And then in the end, Dr. Karat,
Yes, sir.
we also have the retiree
Right.
video that they're going to show. So one at a time.
Sharon Cooper, transportation, I was a monitor for 10 years.
Thank you, Ms. Cooper.
Lillian Bishop, transportation account, executive clerk. I want to thank Sharon Karat for bringing me into the district too. Thank you.
Yeah. We were at the old Roosevelt together, remember that?
Yes, for the schools.
How many years of service then?
24.5.
Awesome. You started when you were 5.
Tamara Dickman, I taught health and PE about 34.6
Wow,
years in
yes.
Peoria Public Schools.
You're awesome.
Dr. Karat was my principal and she was me.
And she's an amazing teacher, and we're going to miss you.
Lucy Pohl, Diana Jo Gordon, 20 years, special education.
Congrats, Ms. P.
Veronica Brock, cafeteria staff, 25 years. Thank you.
Carol Dothert, 18 years. I worked at Calvin Coolidge as a manager, and I did a great job all the other years at Roosevelt. And now I'm done. They can have it. I wish them well.
You did a great job.
I might come and just lift something.
That was my buddy when I went to Calvin Coolidge, which Harold B. Dawson. Ms. Z.
Anna Zolikoff from Tree School, 27 years, a cafeteria worker.
Yes. Can I say a story about this young lady? You know, she was assistant police chief, and she told me for like 5 consecutive years, she says, Doc, when I retire, I'm going to come and work for the district. And she's done an amazing job at career technical education, and kids have gotten awards. So take it away.
Lisa Snow. I've only been with the district for 5 years. The most rewarding years, I would say, of my career. This is my 37th year of public service. Thank you for the opportunity to teach the kids at District 150. They are truly amazing kids. They really are. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
So 2 other individuals in this room are also retiring on the list tonight, beginning with yours truly, me, Alexander Kajak. I spent 10 years in the district as an associate superintendent for human resources. And last but not the least is Dr. Karat over there. Dr. Karat, go ahead and say your name and your...
So I'll say, Dr. Ike, you have been an amazing thought partner for all of us. Our entire team will say how patient you are, how you're an independent thinker. And I told him he missed his calling. I said you should have been either an actor or an attorney. He's great with policies. He's great with writing and grievances. Those were his area of. And of course, HR, and working very closely with Ms. Hammer as well. So you're definitely going to be missed. I enjoyed every year, the 10 years. We've done some great things together, so I really appreciate you. I know your family will be happy. You won't have to do that drive anymore. But you've served Peoria Public Schools and the community, the kids, our staff very, very well. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So we're going to pause now and watch the video for all the retirees, at the end of which we'll all go outside and take a group picture before you leave tonight. And I believe we have some gift bag. You want Dr. Kraut to be part of the picture? Okay. Because she's also retiring. So. All right.
Happy to. Thank you.
Michelle, take it away. the lights. Dr. Karak next. Thank you all very much. We can duck outside and get a group picture. Where is
Very
Diana?
nice.
I think a quick takeaway, just looking at the number of years, and Dr. Wilson and I, President Wilson and I, were just reflecting on, once we get hired in the Peoria Public Schools, it's a great place to be, a great place to work. And all these individuals are just so committed. We're talking about Jerry Hammer, I think you got the prize, 44 years. I saw a number of 41 years, a lot of 29 years, 34 years. So my message to everyone here in the community, PPS is really an amazing place to work. It's good work. It's tough work, but it's very, very good work. So that was my takeaway from the commitment from everyone. So thanks again to everyone.
Thank you.
We're going to go back to item number 7 for our budget hearing. Dr. Curry?
So the previous budget revisions presented by CFO Willis, there's been no changes from what he presented at a prior meeting, so my recommendation is move forward with that revised budget.
Is there anyone that would like to speak during this time as it relates to the budget? NDDS.
Hello, board, public. I'm here to speak tonight and had it as my other address. But as I read through the packet of information for tonight's meeting, it's a bit surprising about this item. Because per the resolution, the CFO for the district had certified in the board packet that a meeting happened on June 8th to meet the statutory requirements of a budget approval with a 30-day notice. Unfortunately, that meeting was canceled, and there was no 30-day notice given for this meeting. Any action taken on this item, therefore, probably is illegal. I would ask that this board not do illegal acts, but instead publish a new meeting notice, follow the process, and do right by the law and the taxpayers of Peoria. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional speakers?
Hello, my name is Carrie Alms, and I would second what Mr. Diaz said. It says that in this packet that is called the School District Joint Budget Instruction from the ISBE, it says that the budget needs to be available for public inspection 30 days prior to adoption, publish notice of public hearing at least 30 days prior to the hearing date, hold public hearing prior to the adoption, and adopt the amended budget prior to June 30th. I think it's impossible for you to do that. And in the website that you can use, it appears that the Journal Star is the district's publication where they publish the public notice. And I did a search, and I searched from February 26th through June 22nd. But all of these things that it says the district is giving a notice of, there's not one of them for June 8th or tonight, which is June 22nd, that was published 30 days prior. That is the legal requirement. Additionally, your board agenda was not published 48 hours before this meetings, which is a definite Open Meetings Act violation. So I would ask that maybe you even stop the meeting tonight, because anything that you take will be under review by the Illinois Attorney General. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional speakers? Seeing none, thank you. So moving along, we have item number 9, presentations by audience. Yep. Yes.
It's the budget
Yep.
hearing.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to.
So,
Can I ask a question? The speakers brought up, may I ask a question to legal? Okay, so our public speakers just mentioned that we didn't give 30 days notice due to our canceled meeting. Like, are we in good standing legally, or do we need to postpone?
It was published last month. It was published last month, and when the meeting is canceled, then it goes to the next meeting. So the notification, it was published. It was published to happen on June 8th. It was,
But we
Would have
didn't
been
have a
done.
June 8th meeting, and it was never published to be at this meeting. So I'm asking legal.
We don't
if
have to
we need-
republish it.
I'm asking legal to answer my question.
I would need to look at the statute, so I would need a minute for that.
Sure. So do you recommend that we go ahead and approve or support this budget, or do you want us to wait?
It has to be done before June 30th.
Okay, let me look at the statute, and I can get, I mean, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we can
do
circle
that
back.
later, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
May
you.
I ask where it was published? The Journal Star was mentioned, and I do not get the Journal Star, but where did we,
No.
you guys were saying it was published. I never saw it. Where?
It was published on our website, and it was published on the building.
So
It was
don't we have
presented
put-
to us at a board meeting, so
But
I didn't
don't we
go
have to put a
looking for it.
notice into the newspaper for the public is what I'm asking, and it sounds like it was not published in the newspaper for the public to see, like a legal notice. Don't they usually put these out there to the community
Dr.
somewhere?
Curry,
It was published.
just tell us like tradition. I know you were not responsible for our budget hearing specifically, but in your history of being a CSBO or a CFO, what is required of the budget?
Traditionally, it needs to be published for public notice.
Like at admin or in the newspaper?
Typically, it's published and it's put on public display both at the district office and another location. In my previous roles, it would be at a library or something like that for 30 days, and then you would have a board meeting. If the board meeting got canceled in the interim, the fact that 35 days, 40 days out, as long as you met the 30-day minimum, as far as where it was published, I don't know. I wasn't here for that.
All right, so we'll give a second for a statute. If we can just move along in the agenda, and then, yeah.
I'm sorry, someone had also mentioned that the agenda had not been posted.
Yeah, but the agenda was published on Friday.
What do you mean it was taken down?
Today, okay, yeah, today it was not there.
Yep.
There was some sort of a glitch on the website, and when a video was added, all of the meeting was just wiped out, and so we reverted this, as soon as I was made aware of it today, we flipped it to the previous version of that website. So all the videos became active again. So it was there, and then some weird
Okay.
And it has been physically posted?
Yes.
It's- Okay.
It was physically
Then
posted.
you are fine to continue with the
Yeah.
meeting.
It was physically
So we're going to go ahead and move to presentations by audience. Presentations to the audience are limited to 5 minutes, and we ask that you keep them constructive. Board Policy 2:230, paragraph number 3 provides, cards will be accepted by the board secretary until the president calls the meeting to order. Not more than 5 minutes may be allotted to each speaker, and no more than 20 minutes to each subject under discussion, except with the concurrence of the majority of the board. Our first speaker this evening will be Mr. Daniel Median.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I talk a little fast, so I'm going to slow down. Dear board members, my name is Danny Murdian. I am speaking as a concerned parent, Peoria resident, security professional, and advocate of school safety regarding a recent Facebook post made by Director Demario Boone concerning the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf at a school-sponsored event in Texas. I intended to bring some copies, but my printer's no longer working. This post is available via multiple news sources. My concern is that Director Boone's Facebook post appeared to publicly defend or excuse the actions of a student who brought a knife to a school event and used deadly force against another student. I believe school safety officials should consistently promote conflict de-escalation, violence prevention, and adherence to school policies prohibiting weapons, on school grounds and at school-sponsored events. When a school safety leader publicly comments on a case involving student violence, the message received by parents and students matters greatly. The Facebook post appeared to minimize the seriousness of bringing a weapon to a school event or suggesting that deadly force was an appropriate response to a student confrontation. The student engaged in conduct that would clearly violate district safety expectations if it occurred within our schools. When the individual responsible for school safety appears to defend such conduct, it creates confusion and concern about the standards we expect students and teachers to follow. What concerns me the most is the precedent and message this may send. District 150 appropriately teaches de-escalation and zero tolerance for weapons in school, and that violence is not an acceptable solution to disputes. Notably, the post did not include any clear statement condemning the presence of a weapon at a school-sponsored event, the loss of a student's life, or the use of deadly violence. I would like to ask the following questions to the board. 1, what kind of message does this post send to students about their safety? 2, how does this post support the district's efforts to teach de-escalation and nonviolent conflict resolution? 3, does this post align with the school safety standards that Director Boone is called to enforce? I've heard many positive attributes about Director Boone's leadership, which is why I'm genuinely puzzled and troubled by these comments. Whether or not it was his intent, such statements risk undermining public confidence in the district's commitment to student safety and its expectation that conflicts be resolved without violence. Furthermore, I believe the community would benefit from a public clarification or apology from Director Boone. I would like to ask the board to review this matter and determine whether this Facebook post is consistent with expectations placed upon the Director of School Safety. Parents, students, and staff deserve a clear, unequivocal message that weapons do not belong at school events, and that violence is not the answer. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Up next, our next speaker this evening will be Mrs. Mary Beth Cunningham.
I have something prepared, which I'll read, which is lucky for everybody here because I will go on tangents otherwise. But first, as a parent here, I saw the buzz that was just discussed here. I read through it. I'm a therapist. My kids are in the district here. I've had plenty of experiences to have to consult with Chief Boone and his staff, and I've never been worried about my children's safety under his care. So I'm going to put that out there because if we're going to talk about people's posts and their First Amendment rights to free speech, I'm the first to say I read things as people's experience, and he's entitled to that. And my kids are in no danger under him. Thank you. So that said, good evening. My name's Mary Beth Cunningham. I have my address on the card. I'm here tonight to speak in honor of Dr. Sharon Karat, as she attends her final Board of Education meeting as Superintendent of Peoria Public Schools. My kids being the fourth generation District 150, my dad and my grandfather being retired from District 150, and I formerly employed by District 150, no longer, on my own. I know what it takes to be an administrator in 150, not by personal experience, but by being behind closed doors. When you get the calls at 10 o'clock at night, midnight, 2 in the morning, when people are never satisfied, and when other people are. So I've had the opportunity to interact with Dr. Karat in several different capacities over the years. As a parent, as a community member, as someone who has served on district committees, and as someone who cares deeply about the children and families in the district. And I want to be very clear about something. Dr. Karat and I have not always agreed. I remember contract discussions when they were put up, for a few years at a time, and I came up and said, why are we doing this so early? And I wanted her to kind of brag about herself to tell everybody what she did, because people don't realize how much she actually does. But there are times where I fought and pushed against her, and you don't have to deal with that anymore. I mean, you might get my daughter at your doorstep to homeschool if things go astray, but hey, that's okay. You'll run away real quick. There have been times when I pushed back, asked questions, raised concern, or advocated for things I believed needed to be done differently, and I'll continue to do that. But even in those moments, my experience of Dr. Crott has been that she listened. She was open-minded, she was responsive, she was honest, and she was willing to engage with hard conversations, and that was a change that our district needed, and it matters. Leadership in public education is not easy, it's not clean, it is not simple. Every decision impacts children, families, teachers, staff, neighborhoods, budgets, buildings, and futures. There's no version of this job where everyone agrees, and there is no version of this job where every decision is popular. But there is a version of leadership where a person keeps showing up anyway, and Dr. Crott has done that. She has shown up through incredibly difficult seasons for the district. She has led through challenges that most people in this room will never fully understand from the outside. She has carried the weight of this role through public criticism, competing priorities, limited resources, and the constant pressure that comes with trying to serve thousands of children in a district as complex and important as Peoria Public Schools, my own children included. And through all of that, what has stood out to me most is that she truly cares about the kids, which is something, again, that we really needed. Not as a talking point, not as a slogan, not as something to say when the cameras are on. She cares about students as actual human beings. She cares about what they need, what they experience, what gets in their way, and what they are capable of becoming. I have seen her take concerns seriously. I have seen her respond when families and community members reach out. I have seen her remain steady in situations where many people would have become defensive, dismissive, or closed off. That does not mean she was perfect. No superintendent is, no leader is, and no person is. But I do believe she led with integrity, with work ethic, and with a sincere commitment to the children of this district. And I also think it's important to say that public service deserves basic dignity. People can disagree, people can ask hard questions, people can challenge decisions. In fact, we should. That is part of accountability. That is part of the free speech that I just talked about. But accountability and respect are not opposites, and they're not mutually exclusive. It is possible to disagree with someone and still recognize their humanity. It's possible to challenge a leader and still acknowledge their service. It's possible to want change and still say thank you. So tonight I want to say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Crott, for your years of service to Peoria Public Schools, for your accessibility and responsiveness. May I finish my last couple? It's okay if not.
Yep. Board.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. I've done this enough times where I know I need to ask. Thank you for listening even when the feedback was not easy. Thank you for caring about children in a way that was real and visible. Thank you for showing up in difficult moments. Thank you for the time, energy, and personal sacrifice this role has required of you. And thank you for staying committed to this district, even when the work was heavy and seemingly impossible. I hope that as you leave this role, you are able to carry with you the knowledge that your work mattered, your presence mattered, your leadership mattered, and there are many students, families, staff, and community members who are better because you gave your time and your heart to Peoria Public Schools. I wish you peace, rest, and every good thing in this next chapter. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker this evening will be Mr. Roger Hari. Did I get it right?
Good evening. Thank you for your time this evening. My name's Roger Howery, concerned parent and father, and quick shout out to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day. Hope everybody enjoyed that. I know I did. So we're going to follow up to, again, the previous mentioned comments by Mr. Boone on his Facebook post. And I think the way he's framing the situation leaves out several critical points that matter if we're going to talk honestly about responsibility, self-defense, accountability, and most importantly, kids' safety. Feeling threatened doesn't automatically justify deadly force. I think we'd all agree with that. Many people, regardless of race, have been yelled at, confronted, or pushed without responding with a weapon. Now, I don't know if Mr. Boone ever played competitive sports, but I had the opportunity to, even at the collegiate level. I played football, which we all know is pretty intense, can be violent sometimes. It's a full contact sport. And with competitive sports, there can be an us versus them type of mentality, which has certainly been the case for the two rival schools that these boys attended in Frisco, Texas. The facts are that these schools annually face off in the highly competitive district that they're in head-to-head games that typically carry massive implications for regional postseason play. So what am I getting at? Well, rival kid goes into a tent of a nemesis team to escape the rain. Not sure, how much it was raining, but probably not the best decision there. Maybe gets yelled at to leave. The video online shows a shove, hardly battery or assault, as alluded to by Mr. Boone. So he decides to knife the other kid and ultimately kill him, and that was his second poor decision. But the law draws a clear line between fear and reasonable fear of imminent death or great bodily harm. And that distinction matters, and it applies to everyone equally. Mr. Boone's post assumes intent and innocence without acknowledging the full context. Now, we don't know everything that happened between those two individuals or the other individuals that were there, what was said or how it escalated, but a narrative built entirely around one side's perspective isn't the same as evidence. Mr. Boone takes a swipe at the justice system and the jury. The race of the jury doesn't automatically invalidate the verdict. A jury's job is to evaluate facts, not personal identity. Suggesting that only people of a certain race can fairly judge a case undermines the entire justice system. The defense believed the jury was biased. They had every legal avenue and opportunity to challenge the jury selection. Mr. Boone's inference that the legal system is somehow stacked against black boys is a dangerous narrative, in my opinion, that does nothing to help educate or keep easily influenced teenage boys safe, as his job implies. In fact, it kind of does the opposite by inciting a violent undertone that's justifiable somehow. Facts are that past wrongs are real and certainly can be painful, but they don't automatically make every modern case an example of systemic racism. Each case deserves to be judged on its own evidence, not folded into a broader narrative. And certainly accountability can't be selective. If we're going to talk about the tragedy of the young man losing his life, we also have to acknowledge that the other young man chose to bring a knife and to use that. That decision, not the weather, the tent, or anything else going on, is what ultimately and directly caused the death. And to reiterate the point of Mr. Murdian, we should be teaching our young men, regardless of race, de-escalation, conflict management, and nonviolent responses. Mr. Boone's attempt to normalize the idea that violence is an understandable reaction to being yelled at or even shoved, I think is very dangerous. It doesn't protect young black boys or white boys or any boys. It puts them at greater risk. And this is the real issue I have with the post. This is the mindset and attitude of a security officer in the district, then how safe are our kids ultimately? My wife and I have 4 kids, blessed with 4 kids. We've so far successfully navigated the school district despite some of the challenges and shortcomings. But I don't want to see another roadblock or deterrent. We don't need any more of that. So I have the luxury and I'm blessed to work for a company whose number one priority is safety above everything else. And so if this district cares at all about the safety of its students, calling for an immediate and thorough investigation into Mr. Boone's comments and his psyche around that, because reading the post doesn't inspire confidence in his abilities to keep my kids or anyone else's kids safe. And in the end, Austin Metcalf tragically died. Carmelo Anthony made a fatal decision. That's not racism. Those are the facts. And I hope the school board makes the right decision to condemn the type of rhetoric Mr. Boone displayed in this post, take the appropriate action to keep our kids ultimately safe. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Our next speaker this evening, and Ms. Carey, if you wanted to come back, did you want to come back? Yeah. Okay. Next speaker this evening will be Ms. Carey Alms.
Thank you for letting me speak again. So the Illinois Attorney General says that the agendas must be posted online continuously for the full 48-hour period preceding the meeting and remain on the site until the meeting concludes. While you post the meeting at the district office, that's fine, but you maintain a website where that's supposed to be posted for a full 48-hour period. Additionally, I have given a copy to the secretary, if you would like to see that. I don't know if your CFO has it now. But there was no legal notice published. And that is the standard that is required, that it needs to be published 30 days prior to the meeting. So whatever 30 days prior to June 8th is, May, whatever, it's not listed in that website. That is the website that compiles and publishes all the listings, and all the listings for District 150 appear to be there, except for a legal notice about this budget hearing that you just held. And additionally, if you're having it on June 8th, then you wouldn't be having it on June 22nd. It's very confusing, and obviously you won't be able to make the June 30th deadline to send all the information up to the IBSE. But if you're not doing it legally, it doesn't matter what you send there, and it sends a very poor image of rule following. I've been involved in community advocacy for the Open Meetings Act and for the Freedom of Information Act for more than 30 years, having successfully sued the government for both the Open Meetings Act and the Freedom of Information Act. I don't say that as to throw a gauntlet down to you. It's something that's very important to me. And it's very important. How we conduct ourselves is a reflection on every level. Whatever we do impacts somebody else, whether we know it or we don't know it. And those at the top, those who are elected officials, really are carrying a mantle that needs to be even higher, although we all should be working at a really high level, even higher, because our youth somehow know when we're following the rules and we're not following the rules. So again, I would ask you that this meeting really shouldn't continue, and that the budget hearing that you just had is not appropriate to meet the requirements of the law. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you. Our final speaker this evening will be Mr. Andy Diaz.
I will just reiterate and say again what I said during the public hearing. And as Ms. Alms stated, we do have to meet deadlines, understood, but this was never published, neither on the school board website. It was mentioned at a meeting here on April 27th. And when you give a date for a public hearing, it doesn't transfer over because you cancel the meeting. This is having integrity and doing the right thing. Whether it gets us in trouble with the ISBE or not, we have to follow the law, and I would hope that we would do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have item number 10, response to audience presentation. Dr. Karat.
Thank you, President Wilson. I'll start with the public hearing and not having the information posted in an appropriate manner. We were going through a transition. Fortunately, Mick is having surgery, and I just got back in town. So Dr. Mike Curry and I will follow up and keep both of you updated for sure. So that's that one. And then Daniel and Mr. Rogers, thank you also for just sharing your thoughts with us. I actually received over 100 emails about that post. So Chief Buddha and I talked about it. I know Dr. Ike, because we've had conversations as well. And I tried to respond to every one of them. And here's just an example of what I said. Peoria Public Schools is aware of concerns raised on social media regarding a personal post by Mr. DeMario Boone, Director of Safety, Peoria Public Schools, that was posted on June 8th. It's my understanding that the post is from his personal perspective and was not made in his official capacity on or behalf of the school district. These are complex and deeply personal topics that affect our students and families and staff in profound ways. And so with that said, both of you, thank you for your input and concern, and it's noted. And we continue to reflect and improve on our work. And as a district, we remain committed to creating a safe, inclusive environment where every student feels valued and supported. And one of the things I would recommend is as you said, Daniel, you've heard great things about him. I mean, I would actually recommend the three of you have a conversation as well. I know he would be very, very open to that. And that's really how we operate as well. You know, sometimes things happen, we say things, and then once we have that conversation, then we can sort of understand each other. But most of all, we wanted to, you are not the only two. I've gotten a lot of feedback and try to sort of respond as well. Dr. Ike, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, because I know you worked closer to it than I did, but just wanted you to know that we did respond, and we would be open to having a more intimate conversation if you're interested, because you took time out of your day and your busy schedule to come to PPS and just share your concerns, and your points are well taken. So that's that one. Chief, what do you think of that? And we've had that conversation, and you told me the same thing as well. Yeah, so we'll look into this budget hearing, and I think, did I address everything, Dr. Wilson? Oh yes, Ms. Cunningham, that was so sweet, so nice. I knew your dad was principal at Richwoods for many, 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 many years. You talk about 4 generation, so you know what happens behind the scenes, the late phone calls. You're a great family. I just really appreciate the support. You guys really support public education. Peoria Public Schools, it's a great district with great staff, great families, trying to provide the very, very best opportunity for each and every child, no matter what zip code. And I think that's PPS's secret sauce. And so we have a board that's committed, staff that's committed, and families like you. And as you said, you know, you push back, and we welcome that. And we've had lots of conversations, and so I just really appreciate the note. Thank you so much, and you touched my heart, and I thank you, and it was a pleasure. And the most important thing, it was not a one-way street. Hopefully I made a small dent along with my team, but also my families, people like you, PPS families, staff, students, made me a better person as well. So thank you. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Up next, we have item 11. I'm sorry.
We respond to a presentation, so I just wanted to make a statement that I do think that in the past, we've had some things go viral that touched the board, and we dealt with it right here and made statements. And I do think I received an abundance of messages as well, not just through my district email, but other channels. And I have emailed our lawyers, but hadn't heard back yet. But I do think it would be a good idea to make a statement that we do care about the safety of all students, and that we do not condone bringing any weapon to any school or school event, whether it's a chess meet or a track meet. I do know that we got that new equipment, the CEIA Open Gate. I've lifted it. It's not heavy at all. Our equipment is top-notch, and it can be used at football games, track meets. I mean, we have what it takes to keep our kids safe during events inside and outside, and I do believe that Chief Boone does care about the safety of all students, regardless of color. So I would like to see, again, I haven't heard back from the lawyers, but I do think it would be a good idea to make a public statement, whether it's from the board or the district, just to show people that we do care and that we do believe in Chief Boone. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just quickly, Mr. Diaz and Ms. Alms, Dr. Curry and I, we were kind of communicating. We agree we're going to repost. We'll just repost it. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question about that too? Yeah. So who is responsible for posting this budget information, and where do we post it? Just for future reference, I would like to be aware of that. Yeah, you're the.
Sorry, green light. Going forward, it'll come out of my office for sure.
Okay.
And I'll work with whoever has that ability to work with the newspaper. I'm not sure who that is, and whichever newspaper of choice the board uses, we'll make sure that it gets in there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and it's usually in the Journal Star. The library idea is not a bad idea either. If we wanted to make it easily accessible, we maybe could post it in multiple sources. Just a thought.
Thank you.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
I just want to say that the 10 years that Mick Willis has been here, he has traditionally hosted those meetings, the budget to the newspaper or wherever it needs to go. Has never been a flaw before. So if it was a mistake, I'm not sure if it was a mistake, or if it did go, if you find out that it actually did go, then I'm saying it's no reflection on him, because he'd always have done a good job of posting that.
Yeah.
And
That's a-
everything else,
yeah.
everything else relating to the budget.
That's a good point, Ms. Ross. He's going through that surgery I mentioned, so there's been some changes in finance.
Sure, and going through a transition myself to
Yeah,
hear from the,
transition, yeah.
from my previous, it's easy for certain things to slip your mind, and unfortunately, this must maybe slip Mick's to-do list. So we'll fix it.
Thank you. Moving along, we are at item 11, approval of May 11th, 2026 minutes. Madam Secretary?
So move.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Second. Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Nay.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Nay.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 5 ayes, the motion carries.
Thank you. Up next, we have information items. Item number 1, superintendent update.
So thank you, President Wilson and Board. This aligns with the theme that we heard today, Dr. Ike's great retiree presentation. So tonight marks my final board meeting as superintendent of Peoria Public Schools. And as I reflect the past 11 years, my heart is filled with gratitude. Together, we have navigated challenges, celebrated successes, improved opportunities for students. We have strengthened our schools and remain committed to the belief that every child deserves a high-quality education. And none of this work was accomplished alone. It was made possible by dedicated board members, staff, students, families, community partners, and countless of individuals who really believed in public education. They believed in PPS. They believed in our mission. Transitions are rarely perfect. Change often brings uncertainty, differing perspectives, and new approaches. This is the nature of leadership and governance. What matters most is that we remain focused on the children and families we serve. And as I leave this role, I do so with confidence in the future of this district. Peoria Public Schools is stronger today because of the collective efforts of many people who have dedicated themselves to public education. I have often said that my legacy is not a building, it's not a program, it's not a title, but my legacy is hopefully love and support and high expectations. If I have helped even one student, one staff member, or one family believe more deeply in their potential, his or her potential, then I consider my service a success. So thank you for allowing a young woman from St. Croix Virgin Islands who attended Bradley University with no intent of staying. When my mother dropped me off at the airport, she was crying. And I was like, why are you crying? I'm going to college and I'm going to kindergarten. But I attend Peoria more than 40 years ago to attend Bradley University and to live out a dream beyond anything that, and I've lived out this dream beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. Peoria became my home, and you became my family. I leave with gratitude, I leave with pride, and hope for what comes next. The best days of our students are still ahead, so thank you, and may God continue to bless Peoria Public Schools. So thank you.
Wow, that was great. That was awesome. Is there any response to superintendent update? No? Okay. Moving along, we have item 2, financial update.
Due to the short turnaround and the transition, there's nothing to update at this moment.
Cool. Thank you. Item number 3, proposed expenditures over $2,500. Any questions for Dr. Curry? Seeing none, thank you. Item number 4, report of requests under the Freedom of Information Act and status of such requests. Dr. Karat.
Thank you, President Wilson. Since our last board meeting on May 11th, we have received 12 new requests. There were 4 pending requests noted on May 11th. There are 8 requests currently opened. To date, we have received 42 requests for the 2026 calendar year at a total estimated cost of $2,100. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you. Awesome. Up next, we have Policy 6:235 AP, Access to Electronic Network, Use of AI-enabled tools. There's someone that's speaking on this policy?
So Dr. Ike brought this to the policy committee as an AP. We don't necessarily have to approve it, but he just wanted to bring it to us.
Okay.
Dr. Ike, do you have anything you want to say?
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. All right, up next, we have our consent agenda.
Good evening, everyone. Item number 1, gifts to school district. Item number 2, payment of bills. Item number 3, payment for travel. Item number 4, human resource report. Item number 5, readoption of existing hazardous boundaries. Item number 6, field trip Manual High School. Item number 7, honest game contract. Item number 8, collective bargaining agreement with the Coordinating Council for the Maintenance and Operation Employees, SEIU Local 8. Item number 9, intergovernmental agreement with the City of Peoria. Item number 10, elite community outreach winning summer program. Item number 11, budget resolution. Item number 12, addendum School Links College and Career Readiness Platform. Item number 13, Carl Health Methodist Medical Center of Illinois in School Healthcare Services Agreement. Item number 14, Youth Health Education Field Trip Service Agreement between Peoria Public School District 150 and the Holt Center for Healthy Living. Item number 15, Holt Education Outreach Programs Agreement between Peoria Public School District 150 and the Holt Education Healthy Living Center. Item number 16, approval of Quaver Music Curriculum Renewal. Item number 17, approval of the Art Education University Curriculum for K through 12 Art Instruction. Item number 18, approval of subject online learning licenses. Item number 19, award of fuel bid for the district school bus and vehicles. Item number 20, approval of school improvement plans for 2026-27. Item number 21, administrative contract approval for Director of Building and Grounds, Director of Employee Services, Director of Human Resources, Director of School Security, Director of Wraparound Center, Human Resource Recruiter, and Professional Development Specialist. And those are 21 items for the consent agenda.
Awesome, thank you, Dr. McConnell. Are there any items board members would like to have pulled? Yes, ma'am. 6 and 7. Any additional items?
Dr. Wilson, can I pull items 10 and 11?
Yes, ma'am. 10 and 11. Any additional items?
7.
I'd like to pull 15 and 18.
15 and 18. Any additional items? Seeing none, can I get a motion and a second to adopt the consent agenda with the exception of items 6, 7, 10, 11, 15, and 18?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the proposed consent agenda? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, would you call the roll?
Wait.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, and we can kind of go down the line here. Well, do I,
So item number 6 in sequence.
Yeah,
We just take them
okay.
one at a time.
so I don't go into a motion in a second?
Well, we need to,
Okay, so item number 6, who pulled, is there, okay, would you like?
Yeah, I pulled item number 6. And this problem was in May. So you didn't hear me? Okay. So it's customary that travel is approved by the board before it happens. This travel was done in May. Are these dates correct, or is it coming up?
The dates are correct. We never know if students are going to make it to state or the state competition. So this is, we had.
We can't hear you. You want to come to the mic, please?
Yeah. So we don't know when they're going to make the competition, so it's always crapshoot.
Yes, the dates are correct. We never know if students are going to make it to the state competition, and once they were able to make it through sectionals, then we knew that they were going to be going to state. So Dr. Hawk submitted it, as soon as we knew that there was going to be someone going to state.
I'm confused. So the travel was back then?
Yeah, the end of the month. Whatever day, the departure was on June 5th, or the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because some of the students had already graduated from high school and everything, but they were competing in the state championship.
Right.
And we did not have a meeting in June.
I don't think we've ever had that, I don't think we've ever had that before.
Yeah, we have.
we have.
We have.
No, I don't think we've ever had that particular situation before, not in my 25 years anyway. So, just wondering about that, if that was correct or if the dates were correct. on
Yes,
that.
we had a young man compete at state.
Mhm. Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you walk. I didn't know you couldn't walk.
Hey, it's all good.
And she fell off stage preparing for graduation. Oh, sorry, Dr. Coleman.
Any additional discussion under item 6?
So
Dr.
moved.
Coleman, you may want to stay. 7 is yours as well.
Well, okay, can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Yeah.
I don't know who seconded. I don't know who seconded.
I did.
Brenda.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 7.
Okay, item number 7 is the Honest Game contract. And I did some research on this. This is a fairly new company, I believe. And have we used this type of process before? Because as I read through it, it talked about tracking students that was that just athletic students? I'm not sure why
yes.
we need this at
We
this
used it
point.
for the first time last year at Richwoods High School, and we used it to track all athletes. And it's really closely associated with NCAA. I was going to say NCAA. So to make sure our kids are eligible for college scholarships and things like that. So yes, and you can they actually put every student in there. It is more for our athletes, so it's more for their tracking, and the students use it as well as their parents and the athletic directors.
And the schools are paying for
And
it
each school is paying
from
for
their
it. So Richwoods had it last year,
Right.
and it was if all 3 schools, were willing to take it, we'd get a discount. So all 3 schools would love to use it so that they can track their students better.
So is this a 1 year?
Yes.
Each year you have to?
Yes. And it comes out of their
Activity
athletic,
funds.
any funds
Yes.
that they have raised in the school. So it's their money. And even if we didn't bring it to the board as individual schools, like I said, Richwoods used it last year.
I saw
This
where
way
they
it
would
gives
split
us a
it out.
discount.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you. Additional discussion for item number 7? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adopt item number 7?
She said motion to approve. Okay, second.
Thank you.
Ready for roll.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Aye. Mr. Ivory? Aye. Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 10.
Oh, that's me. I pulled item number 10 because I wanted to, just before we voted on it, I wanted to say something really fast. The Elite Community Outreach Winning Summer Program was not brought to the board by a presentation from Elite. There was not any information really given explaining why. I know that in a previous year, we did fund this program through a grant that Dr. Karat said was not available anymore. Mrs. Ross brought it to us at the end of the last board meeting over a month ago in May. And then we're sort of like approving it publicly as it concludes. And I just, after the last board meeting, I requested some information to see if this program was getting the results that it is intended to get. And I do not personally feel like between the lack of presentation to explain the cost and the fact that it's coming out of the ed fund and there are no grant dollars for it, and the fact that the results are not there, I will not be supporting this item tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Further, Ms. Brenda?
I'd like to add something, just as Martha, you just stated about approving things before they happen instead of after they happen. I feel strongly that this should have been an agenda item with a presentation to give us information about the program. I had never heard of it before. I guess has it happened for the last 2 summers? I wasn't, that's my fault, I guess, but I feel like as a professional organization that's helping our children, being on the agenda, giving us the information and approving it before it begins publicly, because I also feel like we're breaking the Open Meetings Act because this has already begun and it's already in its third and final week.
No,
And we
it's not
haven't,
true.
it's over. I heard that this is the
Absolutely
last
not true.
week.
No.
It's not, so this hasn't been started?
It started, but it's not in its final week now.
Okay, point still made. It started and we hadn't approved it publicly yet. So we're violating the Open Meetings Act by doing this behind the curtain.
It has nothing to do with open meeting.
Well,
There's your
we should
lawyer
be
right there.
approving programs publicly so the community is aware of them. We should have it as an agenda item like we do tonight. This should have been on the agenda a month ago so that we were doing it proactively. I just think doing things before they happen.
It was on the agenda.
No, you spoke about it at the end of the last board meeting as a board comment.
Bring it to this board. It was on the agenda.
Are you talking about June, on the June 8th
Because some of
meeting?
you already,
Oh, yeah, it was mentioned.
Are you talking about the June
back in
8th
May.
meeting? Even
No,
then.
not the June 8th meeting. It came in May.
But it was mentioned in May, and that would be
And the
for
representative was
clarity.
here.
For clarity, that is an administrative decision, and the fact that I guess there was a grant that funded in previous years, the board was not aware that the program was not happening. That's the first thing. Secondly, it's at the administration's discretion as to what they use, a grant fund, Title I funds, however they are spent, noting also that Title I funds have to be spent by the end of the fiscal year, which would be June 30th, and schools are giving the privilege to utilize Title I funds in various ways, of which some Title I funds have funded attendance to the RCA Academy and a whole lot of things at the discretion of the principal. So the timing of it, we were not aware. The question was asked for clarity, might be one of those things that maybe in the transition that admin did not let us know that, because we probably could have had a previous conversation. So I would just yield to leadership in terms of asking all of the nuances as to why it came up in May. We know we did not have a meeting June 8th, and we do, in times past, and entities do this, approve things in retrospect. So no harm with that. So in terms of the clarity, why we didn't know before May and why the program was going to be halted, those are all questions for admin.
So it was supposed to be on the June 8th agenda. I do agree with that, and the meeting was canceled. but that was also the starting day of the camp, and we shouldn't be approving it the day that it already began and the kids were already there. And
We
under
agree.
my
We agree.
recollection, this was not Title I funds, it was from the education fund.
No.
No?
It could have been. No, it should have been, could have been from the Title I
Let's make it clear
funds.
to the community where
Right.
it's coming from.
And so
So
that's,
can
that is
I-
for admin.
She got the she and
Yeah,
Dr.
she's
A
asking
got the
permission.
presentation.
Well-
Let them explain it.
So we have supported the program in the past via a grant. This year, the team and I met and we discussed that we did not have grant dollars and we were not going to do it. The board recommended that we find funds to do it. And so I says, okay, I took a consensus. We're going to have to use ed fund if you guys want to do it. And that's this, right? I
So
mean,
you got a directive from the board, but I didn't know anything about it, and I'm on the board, so I just want to know who.
well, remember I sent
You
that,
sent me an email
I sent
asking
an
if-
email to everyone because,
Yep.
yes.
But I don't know what the response of everybody else was. I just know that I was asked if I would be okay with using the education fund.
The majority said yes.
Okay.
And
So we came
that's
to a board consensus via email.
correct.
Before we move, can I just say one more thing?
Yes, Ms.
I did also hear from over 12 different teachers in our district who sent emails but prior to the June 8th meeting when they thought this was going to be on the June 8th agenda, voicing their concerns about this many dollars being used for this short amount of students in the short amount of time, and how there are a lot of other ways we could use these dollars to impact more students. And so I hear their concerns, and I think that when we are going to talk about using dollars out of the ed fund, we want to try to maximize our input for student success. And so I just wanted to echo their concerns to the community since they couldn't be here tonight in person. Thank you.
And Dr. Coleman, this was
Thank you.
what, the 2nd through the 18th? It's over, correct?
No, it
not-
started on the 6th.
July 3rd, okay. June 8th through July 3rd.
Is there any additional discussion for item number 10? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adopt item number 10?
So moved.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Nay.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Nay.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 5 ayes. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 11.
So I only pulled item number 11 because I think maybe we're going to postpone it so that we can give 30 days notice to the public.
Yes.
So we're postponing it to a meeting that will be with 30 days after whatever day it gets posted.
And Dr. Curry will work with Illinois State Board of
So I just-
Education as well.
So
So
motion-
would we table? Are we tabling it? Or
I
are
think
we
it's
table?
supposed to be a
Okay.
postponement.
Okay. Table to postpone. Can I get a motion
I'd like
to
to table.
item number 11 for postponement?
I'd like to make a motion to postpone item number 11
Second.
For the next meeting. or whatever.
until whatever the meeting, at least 30 days after Dr. Curry gets it posted is. So I don't know exactly what date that will be, but whatever our meeting 30 days after.
We can have it sent to the proper newspaper probably in 2 days, but we can't, I don't know how soon they post. So once we know, you're looking probably at least 2 meetings out, maybe 3.
Okay, thank you.
And then I would also note that we need to let the state superintendent office know and ISAB to get their approval whether or not we can extend it, because
We
it is a
can.
June
They'll work
30th.
with us. I promise you that.
Okay, well then we just need to get that confirmation
We
from
have
them.
contacts, we'll take care of
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
there could be a special board meeting too, you know.
Yeah, I would encourage us to get that confirmation from the state in writing so that we are in compliance, because it is to be submitted on June 30th. And so
Thank
we
you.
don't want to compromise.
Thank you. Ms. Costa.
Dr. You had indicated that previously you would submit it even to libraries or something like that. if that is more expedient than submitting it to the Journal Star, is that something that we can do versus waiting on the Journal Star and to?
That's just an addition to the legal requirement of posting it, notice of the hearing in a newspaper. So that was just an extra step that we took in a previous district to allow people to go, not have to come to our building, they could go to the public library to see the budget.
Awesome, thank you. Is a motion on the floor? Can I get a
Yeah.
second?
She seconded. We're just ready for a roll
Madam
call.
Secretary?
To table.
Mrs. Costick?
Aye.
Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 15.
I pulled this
Any
one, yes,
discussion?
for the Holt Education Outreach Programs Agreement between Peoria Public Schools District 150 and the Holt Center for Healthy Living. I noticed in our packet, it said that this is 4th through 9th grade students, and there was a listing by grade of what the topics were for each grade. But 6th grade, for some reason, was not listed at all, and I'm pretty sure that 6th graders do have a whole program as well. Unless I'm wrong, I'd like to be corrected, but I would like to know the topics that we're teaching the 6th graders like they did for the rest of the grades. And also, I've had parents contact me that the content of the presentations isn't available. And I know when my kids were going through, which is a minute ago, it was always available that we shared out. There was a document, it was hundreds of pages, but it let parents know exactly what their kids were learning. And I would like to see that happen again. I don't know exactly who would be in charge of that. To make sure that,
We have
I would
Dr.
like to see
Bond
us
and-
make sure that
yes.
we get that information out to our parents. Hi.
And we've done that before.
Your second point first, we
Mm-hmm.
have summaries of all of our programs available on the district website. So
Okay.
by grade, there is a summary listed that goes over each of the programs that the students receive and what topics are covered.
Okay.
Because the curriculum is our intellectual property, we aren't able to distribute the full curriculum to every parent. But anytime there are parents that have concerns or questions, I take those phone calls and we go through, I've gone through slide by slide with parents. I've talked about specific concerns. If they have a concern where they want to pull their student out, they're also welcome to do so. And they're notified with a parent letter that we have the schools send out, since we don't have access to like addresses or parent phone
Yeah.
calls.
And
or
can you
something like
introduce
that.
yourself? And Dr. Bond is
yes,
our contact.
sorry.
Doc, can you come closer to the mic and?
What's your name?
Yes, I'm Ella Dancy. I am a health education specialist at Holt Center, and I am our PPS coordinator.
And I was Ella's primary principal at Whittier.
Yes.
A long time ago, and I cannot believe how much Ella has grown.
Yeah, and then the other one
I
regarding.
still have a question on the first topic, if you
Yes,
don't mind.
the 6th graders not being covered, that is because their content is covered within the other contract with the district.
Okay.
So I think it would be agenda item 14.
Correct.
That is the field trips. And
Okay.
so in that one, the sex ed content is the field trip. So
So
that's
it's
covered.
at the Holt Center?
Yes, that's at the Holt Center. So that's the difference there, is that they're still getting the
Okay.
education, but it's the field trip contract.
Okay, got it.
And then for mental health, at the request of the district, we target mental health on 4th, 7th, and 9th grade only.
Okay. Do you know if the parents are notified before their kids are participating in the programs, whether it's at the Holt Health Center or at the schools?
They should be, yes. We send a reminder a week prior to every single program to the
Okay.
schools with the link or an attachment with the parent letter for them to send out to notify all the parents.
Okay.
Dr. Bond,
I
sorry.
would love your contact information just to share with parents that contact me so that they could reach out to you if there's
Yeah,
questions.
absolutely. Our general office contact is
Mhm.
holtoffice@carl.com.
Dr.
And-
Bond has it.
Okay, all
The
right.
one
You know
who
what, I'll
sent
get it from Dr. Bond.
And Doc, I mean, we've also talked about an opt-out option, right?
Mhm.
They can opt out, yes.
Yes, they can opt out. They can and do.
Can,
Awesome. Ms. Castillo?
So you did say, though, this is on a bunch of, you said not all of the information, but some of the information's on our district website, but you don't share all of it because it's your
Our
content?
curriculum, we
Right.
can't send out like the full PowerPoint, right? Because that's our intellectual property, like kind of copyrighted
copyright.
curriculum.
Yeah,
Okay.
copyright.
The letter that we have available to parents is basically just a bullet point list of everything that's on our slides.
Okay.
So for example, for human reproduction and pregnancy, that is 70 slides of scientific diagrams and explanations of DNA and chromosomes and stuff like that. But we have a list available for them of saying we go over the male and female reproduction systems, fertilization, conception, fetal development. So we have a summary available, and then it mentions that if they have any other questions or concerns, they can reach out and we'll go over every single detail of what they're worried about.
Okay, thank you so much for
Yes.
clarification.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can
Additional?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I obviously have students in our district. I have a student who just finished 6th grade, and so I get those letters for all of my students from their schools. And I don't want to downplay the letter, but I have heard, because I have students in those grade levels with sensitive topics, I often hear from other parents from those grade levels because they know I have a student. And I just feel like there are some parents who want to cover that special topic from a specific lens, the way their family wants to cover it. And for some of those parents, it seems like the letter is maybe not sufficient. And I can see their point. I've also received the letter, so I'm not saying change the letter. I just think that you coming tonight and saying, like, they're always welcome to contact me and I can go through it with them, and you explaining why you can't just send out the PowerPoint was really beneficial. So I'm grateful to you because I also field those calls and I will be referring them to you in the future. Again, I trust the Holt Center to do a wonderful job educating our kids and helping them navigate those things. And so I'm thankful to all of you, but I do think that some of our parents who want to have these conversations with their children need all the tools to do that. And so I hope that you will continue to provide guidance to our parents too. Thank you.
And I'm proud
Thank
of
you.
you, Ella. You're a proud graduate of Peoria Public Schools with your primary school.
Can I
Thank you.
ask, before we leave this topic, can I ask, where does this funding come from? Is that the
Title I. It's title.
It's through Title
Well,
I.
it says Title I, but isn't this in the what is it? Well, a different fund that we get. I'm thinking it used to come out of a different one. That's fine.
Any additional discussion for item 15? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adopt item 15?
So moved.
Madam Secretary.
Mrs. Costick? Aye. Mr. Ivory? Aye. Mrs. McConnell? Aye. Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
You have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Awesome, thank you. Item 18.
I pulled that one. I noticed we're changing our online learning licenses to subject from Acellus. And I wondered if, I haven't gotten any information on that, but when I looked it up, it looks like it's a more AI-based home learning platform. So it makes me question it a little bit. But it says we're going from we're going from Acellus learning to subject learning, and I just was questioning it. We didn't have any kind of a presentation on it or any information on it. The second reason I pulled it is because it says it's going to happen for game changers, day treatment, and grade level acceleration for the cost of $70,000 using Title I funds for 140 subject site licenses. So on page 136 of our board packet, there was an item for a motion on it. And then on page 139, there was another motion on it, and the signatures were different, and there was one with a date on it. So my next question is, are we approving 140 licenses for 70,000, or are we doubling that for 140,000? It was a little bit confusing. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but there was 2 items in the board packet. So my third concern was that it said it was for the 26-27 school year, and we haven't even had the Game Changers contract up for a vote yet. So we're buying licenses for a program that we have not approved yet. So that's...
Thank you. Dr. Donath is our contact on that.
I did see that subject hones in more on our middle school students in a way that's positive compared to Acellus, but it looked like it had more AI. Could you
Certainly.
enlighten me?
So the decision to switch from Acellus to subject has many different levels or layers to it.
Okay.
The first one is that 2 years ago, Acellus greatly increased the cost of their program. They went from $35 per student per year to $79 per student per month.
Oh.
So the expense was astronomical, and I spent the last year trying to find an alternative that would be more affordable, but be equitable in the experience for students. So subject was one of the ones that we vetted and did all the work to support and have communicated with the company on multiple occasions. So there's that part. As far as why there's 2 action items, that shouldn't be the case. It really is just one action item for 140 licenses
$70,000. The
Okay.
fact that there's 2 action items is because there was a mistake in the first one, and I asked for it to be corrected.
Okay.
It was corrected, and because I wasn't working through the office this last week, I asked my administrative assistant to sign an initial on my behalf.
Okay.
So they're very close, but there is an error in one, and so it was supposed to be corrected. The one
Okay.
where you see Tracy Donuth with the initials of my administrative assistant, that is
And-
the accurate one.
On June 17th, there was a date there.
That
as
sounds
well.
right.
Okay, so that's the one that we're actually voting on.
The only difference is one of them said that was for both years, and one said for a year, and it's only 1 year, so
I
I had to
noticed
correct
that.
that language.
Okay, okay.
The other question was in regard to the AI. So here's how Subject uses AI. They still have all the videos and the instruction that was done in person, in a studio, with the recordings of the trainings as with real humans. The thing that makes it AI is that they have found a way using AI to translate all of the lessons in multiple languages. And they did that using AI so that the mouth movements of the person on the recording actually matches the language that the AI is translating to. So it was recorded in English, but we have a student who's learning in Spanish, and they want to see the person speak in Spanish. AI has adjusted their mouth movements to match the Spanish language, which I thought was actually pretty fascinating. Spanish is not the only language that they support, but it is an example and one that I've personally seen the videos for. Were there any other questions? Oh, it was, you asked a thing
My-
about game changers.
Yeah, we haven't approved their contract yet for 26, 27.
Correct. So we use, currently use Accelis for game changers, day treatment, acceleration, and what we call Peoria Learning Online. And that 140 is the approximate number of licenses that we used this year. If Game Changers is not approved, that just gives us more licenses to use for other avenues within that. So we might have more opportunities to use more acceleration licenses, or we might have more opportunities to use them in day treatment or in Peoria Learning Online. So they're not necessarily tied to that program. It's just an example of how we used it last year.
If we don't use all of them, can we get our money reimbursed?
I don't know that. I don't,
But we
typically
can,
not.
we can use the
Game Changers
license.
is at least 50 students, right? So
We
that's-
can use the license, though.
Yeah, we'll use the licenses. And what's nice about their licenses is that you're paying for a seat. So if a student sits in that seat from August to December and they leave the district or they're done with their program, a different student
Yes.
can use that same license starting
Yes.
in January
Right.
through the end of the year. So we use one license, but 2 kids benefit in that example.
In that situation, would the second student coming in have to pick up where the first student left off, or are they able to go back to like the beginning of the school year and start again with that same license?
So all of the online curriculum programs, not just Subject, but all of them, are a full year curriculum. So if you start in February, you're starting at the beginning of the year, and you
Okay.
have a year's worth of learning to catch up toward by the end, even if you start in February.
Okay, but if one kid's used it for 3 months and it's the same license, and a new student begins on that same license, do they have to pick up? Are they able to go backwards? I guess is my question.
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
because it's
Clear.
tied to the student, but we're paying for a seat, kind
Got
of
it.
like a seat in a theater. So anyone can sit in that seat, no matter how many times a movie is shown, or it could be a student in a completely different grade that is now sitting in that seat in a completely different curriculum. You're just
Okay.
paying for the number of kids in the program at any one time.
Cool.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Additional discussion for item 18? Seeing none, can I make a motion to adopt item 18?
So moved.
Thank you. Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Aye. Mr. Ivory? Aye. Mrs. McConnell? Aye. Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you. Deliberation agenda. Yep. Yes.
Yes, you can read. Oh, well then, I can read it.
Item 22, policy number 6:185, remote educational program. Proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Thank
Second.
you. think you, oh, you're doing
Yeah,
them
I mean, we're just gonna do
individually.
individual.
Madam
Second.
Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, motion carries.
Okay, item number 23, policy number 2:150, committees, proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item 24, policy number 5:190, teacher qualifications, proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item 25, policy number 5:200, terms and conditions of employment and dismissal, proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes.
Item 26, policy 5:201, principals, assistant principals, administrative assistants, deans, and coordinator salaries, proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item number 27, policy 5:210, resignations, proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, motion carries.
Item 28, policy policy 5:215, salaries for the 2007-2008 off-schedule personnel. Proposed action that the Board of Education rescind the attached policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
That's 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item 29, policy 5:220, substitute teachers. Proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, motion carries.
Item 30, policy 7:150, agency and law enforcement requests. Proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, the motion carries.
Item 31, policy 8:90, parent organizations and booster clubs. Proposed action that the Board of Education approve the attached updated policy.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, the motion carries.
Item number 32, expulsion, that the Board of Education approve the expulsion listed on the report June 8th to be approved today, June 22nd, as presented.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
7 ayes, the motion carries.
Item number 33, expulsion, with the expulsion to be held in abeyance. The Board of Education to approve the expulsion and the expulsion held in abeyance listed on the dated June 8th to be approved today, June 22nd.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item number 34, revocation of an expulsion held in abeyance the approved action listed for the date of June 8th to be approved today, June 22nd.
Second.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Presentation and suggestions by board members.
I wish we would take this opportunity. Our incoming superintendent is here, and our deputy superintendent, Dr. Andrews. Would you guys stand if you want to just say hello to everyone? You may take the podium, please.
Good evening, everyone. Board president, vice president, all members of the board, audience. It's my privilege and honor to stand alongside my colleague, our new incoming deputy superintendent, Dr. Renee Andrews. She and I have been working very hard since Monday of last week, I believe, technically. But in reality, she and I have been working, as many of you know, since February, meeting online, even while I was still in Syracuse. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to be with not only you here, but also meeting community members out in the community. And so with that, I look forward to meeting those whom I have not had the honor of meeting personally, but working alongside Dr. Andrews is going to be phenomenal. And I just cannot wait to get this train on the tracks and running down the rails. So, Dr. Andrews.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to thank you all once again for allowing me an opportunity to be a servant leader on a much grander scale. And just looking forward to meeting many, many more of you and working alongside Dr. Bell and the board and our great staff. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Additional presentation or suggestions by board members? Ms. Brenda?
I also would like to just thank all the retirees. Watching that video, I know a lot of the people on there, and it really is a special place to work. I got to work in the district for 17 school years, and the people listed from custodians to librarians to teachers to aides, everybody just pours their heart into the district that works and gets up every day and comes and spends time with our students. And even saying goodbye at the end of the school year to the kids, people are in tears, waving at the buses. I just really appreciate the people I've met on this journey and all the people that are retiring, and I wish the best to all of you. And we appreciate you, we see you, and you've done great things. Thank you. I also wanted to make a suggestion to the board. In previous years, at least 10 years ago, when we had our packets come out and agendas on Fridays before the board meetings, it still states it, but we don't attach it, but it will say update policy attached, see attached, and they're never attached. They used to be attached every single packet, and I'm suggesting, and I would love us to come to a consensus, that we start, as we continue to bring new policies forward and update them, I feel like we should go back to how we used to and just attach the policies with the red line copies so our community can see what we're doing. Most of it's through press. I don't see any reason why we couldn't share that. I know it was like that a matter of years ago, so I would just like to ask if we could come to a consensus to start doing that again. People ask every time we have a packet and we update policies, they ask why we can't see them anymore, so I just wanted to bring it up to you guys and get your thoughts and see if we could come to an agreement to start attaching them, the red line copies.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about it.
I know. Yeah, we did. But if Cami attaches them to our packets, it's the exact same information. It's just the red line copy that our attorneys provide.
But then we would have to post, if you do the red line ones, because sometimes it can be confusing because you got words striked out, words that are inserted.
Yeah, they used to do it for years.
Yeah, I know that. I'm giving you one of the reasons why we probably stopped doing it is because it was confusing, and then the public wants to know what is the final clean copy. sometimes when it's red line, if we're in our policy meeting, we tweak it, we modify it. Sometimes Jen, the attorney, has to go back, make sure any modifications recommended, that it meets state requirements, that it's legal. So that might delay it, and so we thought it was a best practice to put out and to publish the clean final recommendation. So that is part of the reason why.
So
we
this
didn't
board
do that.
actually decided to do that, to stop?
A policy committee some time ago made that decision.
Press. But that would be done before we vote on it. All you do is read the part that isn't redlined, and that's
Well-
it. I mean, I used to be the public, so I remember seeing them, and what I'm saying is, you guys do that during the policy meetings, so by the time it comes up for vote, that's all been done. So
And
this isn't making sense.
Well, the policy committee's role is to bring the clean final document approved by the attorneys and the state mandates to the public. So that's something we will, consider. We can talk about it in greater detail, but then we won't probably solve that here tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to do, Martha.
And just
Exactly,
Reports-
that's what
reports
I'm-
from board
I do think
committees.
it's worth stating really fast for everyone's benefit that the policy meetings are public. Everyone is welcome to attend them when they take place. We've never turned anyone away. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of people join us, but they are quite fun, and we would love to have you sometime.
And
Ditto.
the meetings are usually in the morning, like 9 o'clock here at the district building. So.
Good.
Mr. President, my time is at hand, and I'm not certain.
We still get you one more time, Larry.
Yeah, I know, but my schedule may not allow me the opportunity to do so. So, being intimate with what time I do have, I do want to just make a few comments. And hopefully I will be able to adjust my schedule and get back here for my last meeting, but I'm not certain I can do that. So, being intimate with that, I want to at least make a couple quick comments that I think is worth noting for myself personally. First, let me acknowledge Dr. Ike, Dr. Karat, for their commitment to the school district for so many years. And I applaud you. You were not perfect, but you were good. And I applaud you for being who you were and being committed to the school district and to the students that we represented. I am equally excited that I had the chance to participate in bringing in new leadership. Dr. Bell, Dr. Andrew, I couldn't be prouder of the fact that I played a role in selecting what I believe were the best candidates that we could find that I believe will take the school district to the next level. It will not be easy, as you all know, because we deal with a lot of different personalities, a lot of different perspectives. There will be some got-you politics. There will be people who want to grandstand, but at the heart of this issue is the students and who we represent. I couldn't be prouder at the same time to have worked with Greg as president, watched him grow. My colleague, Martha Ross, who has been a dear friend, and to Lynn Kostick, but also to Paris, who we go back a long ways, and I have developed a great deal of respect also for Brenda and for Christine, even when we disagree with each other, okay? But I hope that the future for us is bright. It will be bright when we understand the power of greatness in terms of our commitment to what we believe in, not to be so smart, not to be I got you politics, but to be consistent in terms of fairness and equity. At a time where this country needs fairness and equity, we have beginning to lose sight. I am concerned. I'm on Capitol Hill more than I want to be on Capitol Hill, but I'm concerned about where we're headed as a country. You have an opportunity to be great. You ought to take the opportunity to be great by doing the right things, by not always trying to be wrong or right, but to listen to each other. and I listen to you, I hear you, but I want you to hear us at the same time on issues that we represent. And Brendan, I thought you did a great job in terms of that with me. So I will, if I don't make it back, I will sincerely miss all of you. You know, and I really mean that. It has been an honor for me to serve in this capacity, to have been chosen to do what I've done, and really to grade myself and say that I would not give myself an A. I would give myself a C. I had a lot of room for improvement, ladies and gentlemen. But I leave here richer, better, and stronger than ever before. And I surely hope with all my heart that honestly that we work, that you guys work together, support each other. Even when you disagree, you can disagree without being disagreeable, and support this leadership, and to acknowledge the great work that the past leadership had done to make this a stepping stone. So those are perhaps my final comments, and if I come back to next time and I happen to adjust my schedule, my comments will be 1 minute, okay? But thank you very much for all that all of you have done. Cammie, Counselor, everybody, for the work that you've done. My hat's off to you.
And
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. And may I add that I just want to thank you for stepping up to the challenge. This is a volunteer post. None of us are paid. So we all do this from a point of passion, concern, and genuine interest in public education. So thank you for taking on that sacrifice and the challenge to do so.
Thank you. Reports from board committees?
Policy committee, we have to set a date.
I thought we were waiting for the July 1st restructuring meeting for new committee assignments. So we did not set a new policy.
Yep, okay. With that said, then it is now 8:34, and I would like to adjourn today's meeting.
Yes.